Hello everyone, this is part 10 of What If Naruto Had the Ultimate Dojutsu, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. I am the last person you will ever see. I'm Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Believe it, Naruto spoke with a large amount of power in his voice when he attacked the Oto jonin. The man widened his eyes at the son of the Yondaime and took out a kunai to block Naruto's strike. The blades clashed with white sparks falling all around the area. Naruto gritted his teeth against the man's strength, but stood fast as he twirled his lighting sword in his right hand and aimed it at the Oto jonin's neck. Seeing the incoming blade, the man did a quick maneuver and ducked only to see Naruto smiling when he kicked the man across the face, sending him through the plains of grass. I won't allow you to bring harm to Konoha. Surrender right now, Naruto practically ordered. The man coughed up some blood, but scoffed and shifted back into his stance while his gaze clashed with Naruto's. Life's not that simple, brat. I'll give you the honor of seeing something amazing, the jonin said as strange markings appeared on his face. Naruto narrowed his eyes while what seemed to be dark, purplish chakra swirled around him. Kakashi and the others were silently watching Naruto's fight since they didn't want to give away their location and offer Naruto some backup only if he needed it. Naruto kept his gaze on the man, but widened his eyes when he suddenly disappeared. The blonde turned his head fast only to barely block a strike aimed at his skull. What's the matter, Gaki? Am I too fast for you? The man asked as he disappeared again. Anko subconsciously rubbed her curse seal, trying to think of how the man was fighting against Naruto. Everyone tensed when they saw Naruto get slammed into a tree before slumping to the ground. Naruto tried to get up and counter, but the man was too fast as he seemed to dance around Naruto in a blinding speed, further injuring the blonde Jinchuriki. Kiba seethed along with Haku while they readied their weapons to stop the man from hurting Naruto, but were stopped by Kakashi. Kakashi-sensei, I can't watch my best friend get killed. Move, Kiba said, raising his ki, but Kakashi didn't flinch. Kakashi wanted to see it. The underlying potential that Naruto possessed. The thing that made him stand out from everyone else. Kiba, let's trust Naruto here. We won't always be there to help him. This is his first mission as a team leader. Naruto knows the plan and we did our parts. Now we must let him do his, Kakashi told the Inuzuka. Kiba gritted his teeth and balled his fist, but complied, then withdrew his kunai while he continued to watch. Well, I didn't see this coming at all, Naruto thought while his body seemed to be shaking from the damage. Kyuubi seemed to be working almost overtime to heal his injuries, but he was getting too many, so she had to focus on the more lethal ones. Naruto-kun, you can't give up here. I don't want to lose you to anyone. Someone else really doesn't want to lose you either, Kyuubi spoke, causing Naruto to slowly stir. He forced himself to look up and a sight shocked him. It seemed that to prevent him from getting to Naruto, Kasumi decided to do her own fight and take the Oto jonin on, all for the sake of protecting her blonde. Naruto felt the guilt wash over him as he saw Kasumi fight. I won't let you hurt Naruto-sama. Kasumi yelled as sent a kick to the jonin face, but it was futile as he countered with a fast punch and sent her into a tree. Naruto's anger rose while the man advanced on him. He suddenly gasped when he saw Kasumi struggle to her feet despite the pain she was feeling. Kasumi-chan, stay down. Don't fight, Naruto yelled mentally as she charged back at the man. The man cursed as Kasumi slammed her head into his chest with a suga, blasting him into a tree as the dog girl huffed. She wasn't used to fighting in such a form and simple taijutsu was becoming exhausting, but she would be damned if Naruto would get hurt simply because she couldn't do human taijutsu. Kasumi turned her head to Naruto's battered form and smiled before she walked over to him to help. Naruto-sama, are you okay? Kasumi asked as she ran over to him, but she didn't make it when the same jonin came out and lunged at her throat. Kasumi gritted her teeth as she felt her windpipe get crushed. Naruto rose to his feet, but it didn't last long before the man turned to him. This curse seal is amazing. You said you were a Namikaze. Pathetic, and to think I actually feared you for a split second. Don't make me laugh, he said as he snapped his fingers. Naruto suddenly screamed out in a futile attempt to cover his ears. You like my Kekai Genkai Gaki. It allows me to turn any fast movement into a high-pitched noise. I bet you must be suffering, but not as much as her, the man said, seeing Kasumi desperately try not to scream out from the high-pitched noise on her sensitive ears. Naruto reached out his hand and grabbed the man's boots while he huffed. Don't you touch her with your filthy ha. Naruto didn't finish until he was kicked across the fields again while the man gave a maniacal laugh as he squeezed Kasumi's throat harder, causing her to choke. Naruto's Sharingan blazed in anger while Kiba turned to Kakashi. Damn it, Kakashi-sensei. How much longer? I got to help, Kiba said, dashing past everyone and ran at the jonin. Naruto widened his eyes at Kiba and watched as his best friend neared the man. Suga, Kiba yelled as he spun violently towards the man, however his attack missed when the Oto jonin jumped into the air. Kiba gritted his teeth, but gasped when the jonin appeared in front of him and snapped his fingers, making Kiba give a loud yell from the pain until he was slammed into the ground by the jonin. It's all too easy, Gaki. So much for the leader. I'm sure your other friends abandoned you when they saw this. That's all I can think of when I don't see anyone helping you other than this mutt and this bitch in my hand, he said while Naruto's hair covered his eyes. Kakashi, Anko, Kurenai, and Haku all narrowed their eyes in anger of the man's insult to Naruto's leadership of their mission, but still didn't move. Come on, Naruto. Show him, he's wrong. Make him regret everything, Kakashi mentally said while the man picked up Kiba by the throat and walked over to Naruto. You know, I happened to glance at your team and you had a good-looking woman with purple hair. She'd fetch a hefty sum in the slave trades. Maybe I'll look for her and sell her off after some fun, the man said while Naruto widened his eyes in anger. Kyuubi gasped when she heard that. She knew Naruto valued all people. He saw everyone equally, and to hear a man say that was downright sickening. Heck, I might even sell this dog girl right here. There are some guys who are into that sort of thing, he said while Naruto gritted his teeth. Kasumi slowly stopped struggling and her arms began to fall to her sides while Naruto's Sharingan began to twist and turn in an odd shape. It makes me wonder how you even lasted this long. Oh well, it was fun, Gaki, but I have things to do. I guess I'll have some fun before I kill you, the man said, bringing his mouth closer to Kasumi's. Naruto suddenly raged as red chakra leaked from his body. Naruto snapped. Kyuubi couldn't pull him back. He was going to kill that guy if it was the last thing he ever did. Naruto stood to his feet in front of the surprised man while his eyes seemed to be bleeding. Kakashi gasped along with Anko and Kurenai, but Haku was confused by the new set of eyes that Naruto had. Kakashi, what is with those eyes? They seem so different from the Sharingan, Haku said while Kakashi looked speechless for a few seconds. Anko and Kurenai turned to him as Kakashi explained, though he was still shocked. It's the next level of the Sharingan. The thing that nearly stands above the rest. It's called the mangekyou Sharingan. It allows the wielder control over time and space, bending it to his will with one eye and the other, judgment of black flames that people claim are from heaven. Only 2 people I know have unlocked it. There was Itachi Uchiha and Madara Uchiha. To think Naruto achieved such a form. He's surpassed me, Kakashi said before Haku turned back to the field with so much interest in her eyes that she saw Naruto in a different light. But Kakashi, don't you have to kill your best friend to attain that level? Anko asked while Kurenai nodded. Kakashi did indeed nod that you had to, but Naruto seemed to be different. I don't know if it's the mental trauma of seeing all of us threatened by his words, but Naruto's attained the mangekyou Sharingan. One things I'll say is, that man will die no doubt, Kakashi spoke, drawing everyone's attention back to Naruto. Naruto walked up to the man, all evidence of fury in his eyes while his newly achieved mangekyou Sharingan flared. Naruto's gaze was intimidating, so much so that the man had to drop a coughing Kasumi and Kiba as both squinted their eyes and watched Naruto pass them before stopping and staring at Kasumi. Kasumi slightly flinched under his gaze, but widened her eyes when Naruto knelt down to kiss her forehead and smiled. I won't let anyone hurt you anymore, Kasumi-chan. Stay there and rest, Naruto said to her. Kasumi nodded as Naruto slowly placed her head on the grass. He then turned to Kiba and smiled. Thank you, Kiba. I'll make this asshole pay, Naruto declared. Kiba gave a painful chuckle and nodded while Naruto turned his cold, hard stare back at the man. You threaten my loved ones. Plan to rape them and sell them off. I won't forgive you. I'll make you pay, Naruto declared in a strangely calm voice before the man laughed. Alright then brat, show me what you've got. I'll end you pathetic existence now, he retorted before charging at Naruto. Naruto closed his eyes as the blood slowly seeped out. Die! Naruto yelled, opening his eyes, which seemed to be straining on the jonin's form before he was slowly covered in black flames. Everyone gasped while the man screamed from the pain. Naruto didn't let up as Kasumi and Kiba watched in fascination of Naruto's new ability. Ahhhhh. Get him off. What jutsu is this? The man screamed as he was burned alive. However, he didn't get an answer as he was burning to ashes and his screams silenced. Naruto suddenly felt a sharp pain in his right eye and immediately closed it, then placed his hand over it. The black flames slowly dissipated with Naruto falling to the ground while he gripped his eyes. Everyone in the bushes dashed towards him, Kiba, and Kasumi. Naruto, are you alright? Kakashi asked. Naruto breathed heavily, not really wanting to reply, but decided to anyway. Not really, Kakashi-sensei. My eyes are killing me, not to mention I think I put too much chakra into that technique, Naruto said between heavy breaths. Kakashi chuckled and slowly picked Naruto up and helped the blonde to a tree while Naruto slumped to the ground. He didn't open his eyes, or rather he couldn't. He tried, but something demanded that he keep them closed. Kyuubi-chan, why can't I open my eyes? Naruto whispered to his vixen. Kyuubi finally put up the mental link to talk to her blonde with only a few words. You. Seal. Now. Kyuubi ordered before cutting the connection. Naruto gulped, but complied as he focused on his Mindscape. Mindscape. Naruto appeared in the beautiful plains and looked around for Kyuubi before he could react in time. Kyuubi gave Naruto a hard slap across his face, which made the blonde Jinchuriki shift his stance so he didn't fall to the ground. Naruto turned to see Kyuubi crying while he widened his eyes. Kyuubi-chan? Naruto asked while Kyuubi turned around, showing her back to Naruto. The blonde rubbed the side of his cheek and looked at the ground while facing Kyuubi. He knew she was pissed. He let his emotions control his actions again, and it was easy to get killed that way. He survived though, right? He simply wanted to protect his comrades. I'm sorry, Q-chan. I don't have an excuse for what I did, but I had to make him pay. I couldn't live with the thought of him doing that to the ones I loved. I'm sorry if I used your chakra, but I was angry at the time. And I'm just sorry, Naruto said, bowing to her. Kyuubi shifted her gaze to him and muttered something in her head before standing in front of him and grabbing his face to slam her lips into his. Naruto was effectively taken back by the action, but he quickly recovered and easily dominated Kyuubi's mouth. Both their tongues wrestled together for dominance, but Naruto easily won it out while he guided Kyuubi slowly into the grass. Much to Kyuubi's annoyance, Naruto stopped for a second and locked his blue eyes to her red, slitted ones. Kyuubi-chan, do you forgive me? Naruto asked. Kyuubi closed her eyes before poking Naruto in the head with a small smile. Baka, of course I do, Kyuubi said while the two continued their makeout session, which causing a lot of rolling around on the soft Mindscape grass. After around 20 minutes in an intense makeout, Naruto and Kyuubi leaned up to a tree and sighed. I really am sorry though, Kyuubi-chan, Naruto admitted to his vixen. Kyuubi chuckled and ruffled his hair slightly before giving a kiss on the cheek. It's alright, Naruto-kun. I understand your reasoning. I just don't like how you handled it. Well, it got better down to the end anyway, Kyuubi answered, blushing with embarrassment. Naruto chuckled before coming back to a problem he encountered. So Kyuubi-chan, why can't I open my eyes right now? Naruto asked her. Kyuubi sighed while watching some of the kits around her play with each other. It seems that you achieved the next level of the Sharingan, Naruto-kun. It's called the mangekyou Sharingan. What you did was one of its techniques. It's called Amaterasu. You casted black flames on the jonin and burned him alive. Those flames are like flames from purgatory. They can't be quenched or die, they are eternal flames unless you have direct control over it. There is also a technique called the Tsukuyomi. It grants you the control over time and space for as long as you wish. It's considered one of the best genjutsus in the world. It's virtually unbreakable except to people with the Sharingan. The last technique, I won't say simply because you'll love it when you use it. However, all this power has a price. You will go blind from overuse of it, but it can be rectified by attaining the eternal mangekyou Sharingan. Though for right now you don't have to worry about it. I'll heal your eyes and can slow the process of blindness down, Kyuubi explained. Naruto nodded before feeling his friends calling him. Alright then. Thanks Kyuubi-chan. I'll see you later, Naruto said before leaving and seeing Kyuubi wave goodbye to him. Outside the Mindscape, Naruto slowly opened his eyes, though it hurt to do so for a while before they could fully be opened. Naruto could only see blurry forms of what he hoped were his friends, but hearing their voices he calmed down. Hey guys, are we done? Naruto asked them. Though he couldn't see it, everyone nodded, and after a few minutes they all came into view of Naruto's eyes as the blonde sighed. Alright, we should get some rest. We did good here and there doesn't seem to be any more people. Let's go before we have more to deal with, Naruto said, walking over to a sleeping Kasumi and taking her in his arms as everyone rushed to the nearest town, which was only about 15 minutes away. Town Street. Everyone trudged into the town while feeling more than a little tired, but they all persistent to a random hotel, not really caring where they slept right now. Alright, I'll put us up for the night and get us a good meal to eat. So let's go register, Naruto told them. Everyone nearly drooled at the idea of getting something to eat as they entered the hotel. Naruto went to the front desk to register while the others dropped their things and sat in some chairs. Hello, can we have some rooms please? Naruto asked, struggling to keep his open from the pain. A woman nodded and told him about the rooms, but Naruto didn't really care and got 6 keys. Alright everyone. We'll stay here and return to Konoha tomorrow. Let's go, Naruto said as gave everyone their key. Anko and Kurenai were in one room, Kiba, Naruto and Kasumi were in another, then Haku and Kakashi took the last one. Naruto settled with Kiba in their room while Naruto easily placed Kasumi on the bed. Naruto saw Kasumi breathing slowly, which indicated that she was having a good dream. It brought a smile to Naruto's face that she was peacefully sleeping despite the mission. Naruto suddenly groaned, getting his attention from Kiba. What's up, Naruto? Kiba asked his friend. Naruto sat on the bed and calmly shifted his hand through Kasumi's hair. Nothing really, Kiba. It's just that I should have been able to beat that guy. I know in the end I did, but you and Kasumi-chan had to get hurt in the process. It just shows I'm not ready to lead, Naruto remarked. Kiba raised an eyebrow Naruto before grinning. Well, anything can happen on a mission, I guess. I certainly didn't expect that guy to have so much power, but you won in the end. I think that's all that matters, Kiba said while Naruto gave a mock expression of shock. What? Kiba asked, not seeing what the problem was. Naruto looked at the ground with his mouth hanging. You think? I never would have guessed, Naruto said before chuckling. Kiba's eyebrow twitched before he retorted by throwing a pillow in Naruto's face as the blonde laughed. Kiba shook his head at his friend and his games before giving a smile. Whatever man, I'm going to bed. Good night. What are you going to do? Kiba asked. Naruto shrugged his shoulders and headed for the door. I won't be gone long, I'll just get something to drink, then I'll follow you to bed also, Naruto said, tearing out the light and watched Kiba got to sleep and Kasumi continue to rest. He then slowly turned his head to see Anko and Kurenai's room light out along with Haku and Kakashi's room light. Looks like my wallet is safe and no one wants to eat. Oh well, I'll go get a drink then, Naruto said, leaving the hotel and walking around the town. He saw the various lights up over the town before stopping in front of a random bar. It really wasn't his custom to drink, well, anything that was alcoholic, but then he wondered if most leaders did this when they got through a rough mission. He didn't really know or care and simply shrugged his shoulders before going inside. Naruto saw various people around the room that ranged from shinobi of other villages to lowly bandits who were looking for a quick buck. Yup. Really don't know why the hell I'm in here. I succeeded in my mission and yet why the hell am I here? Sigh, is this one of the being lost on the road of life things? Naruto wondered before he took a seat on the bar counter. While he was looking around, Naruto saw some bandits crowd around a woman who had red hair, but he assumed it was a woman looking to earn some quick cash to spend, so he didn't pay too much attention to it. Suddenly Naruto turned his head to meet a man in front of him with the biggest smile across his face. Hey kid, aren't you a little young to be here? The guy said while Naruto scoffed and pointed to his headband. Hey, old enough to kill, old enough to take a few shots of liquor. Besides, you need the money, don't you? Naruto asked. The man's eyebrow twitched until he patted Naruto on the shoulder. That's true, kid. I like your style. What'll ya have? He asked. Naruto didn't know the first thing about any strong drinks, but Kyuubi did teach him about using some drinks for medical purposes. Since I don't know my limit here, I'll play it safe and just give me a bottle of some not so strong liquor and a saucer, Naruto said to him. The man nodded and disappeared, leaving Naruto to his thoughts. It still amazed him how many times he told himself he wouldn't be like those people who showed up in these types of places, yet here he was. After about 10 minutes, the bottle and saucer were brought to him and Naruto poured some of the liquor into the saucer, then took a drink. It wasn't strong, so it didn't dry his throat or his tongue, so he complied with it until he heard Kyuubi chuckle at him. I never pegged you for a drinker, Naruto-kun, Kyuubi said while Naruto shrugged his shoulders. It felt nice to have someone to talk to even if they weren't there physically to talk to, so no one would think you were insane. Hey, you can let me out, ya no? Then you can talk to me and no one will think you're insane, Kyuubi added. Naruto grinned with a nod and told the man he would be right back and left. After about 3 minutes, Naruto returned with Kyuubi around his arm and he already regretted it. Too many guys were freaking eye-humping her with their eyes and it pissed him off. Kyuubi found it nice to see her blonde's jealous face. Holy cow, kid, where did you get a babe like that? The guy asked him. Naruto rolled his eyes, yet found it funny when he heard lots of guys grumbling about him and his luck. Kyuubi took a seat next to Naruto while Naruto decided to reply. She's been with me for a long time. And she's all mine, Naruto spoke with a clear amount of possession that made Kyuubi blush. The man paled and slowly backed away from the blonde. Hey kid, it's all good. You can have her. I'm not that kind of guy, he said while Naruto snickered. It was all too easy to keep people from Kyuubi, not that she really cared. Kyuubi really didn't want such shady-looking people staring at her body like that. She only needed Naruto for that. Kyuubi took a sip of the liquor Naruto had and it only made her smile that he got it so weak since he didn't want to get drunk like most people. How is it, Nitsuki-chan? Naruto asked her. Kyuubi slowly smiled at the masked name and licked her lips. It's alright, I guess. I've had stronger liquor before, but I don't feel like getting drunk either, Kyuubi muttered lowly while Naruto smiled. Soon the red-haired woman, that was getting hit on by some of the guys, came over and took the empty seat next to Naruto, but she had her head covered. The only reason you could tell she had red hair was because the cover didn't go all the way and simply left some of her vibrant hair out. Turning a gaze to Naruto, she seemed to be inspecting him for something. Aren't you a little too young to be in here? She suddenly asked. Naruto could have done two things right then. He could have ignored her and go about his business, or he could talk. He didn't like to be rude, so he chose the latter. Even if it was with a complete stranger. Technically no. I have my headband, so I'm an adult. Still, I have enough sense not to drink what the most of you adults drink and get wasted, Naruto said while the woman laughed. I suppose you have a point. Some people never know how to take no for an answer, she simply stated while Naruto turned his head to see most of the guys knocked out. Naruto sweet dropped before turning to the woman. I didn't know you were the violent type, the blonde said while the woman shifted in her seat slightly. I'm not violent right now, am I? She asked. Naruto shook his head before in a negative that she wasn't, though she didn't seem like the type of person you generally mess with without a very good reason. The woman then turned her gaze to his sword and raised an eyebrow at the exquisite design they were sheathed in. I see you have two swords. Do you study kenjutsu of any kind? She asked him. Naruto turned a side glance to her before taking another sip of his sake. He noticed she had a sword also. It was relatively the same size as his swords, but it probably wasn't like them at all. Yeah, I do. I'm not one you could consider a master, but I could give anyone a run for their money, Naruto said while the woman smiled. She decided to order a bottle also since they were actually having a conversation. Kyuubi simply watched the conversation unfold, but she felt something big was going to happen sooner or later and she for one was gonna see it happen. Naruto and the woman continued to talk for a while longer, about an hour, and they were doing well so far. She told him how she was originally from Konoha and she left because of some problems. Naruto in turn told her about the earlier years of his life and rejection by most people. The vibrant redhead was slightly pissed at the thought of a young man not having anyone to look after him. It calmed his heart that she thought that, but he told her that he already had people he cared about in the village and that made it all right. The woman wanted to retort, but decided against it all for the sake of keeping a pleasant conversation. Are you sure you should be up this late? She seemingly asked. Naruto scoffed and looked at his half-empty bottle, then turned to Kyubi. Kyubi was still as wide awake as ever. She claimed she didn't need as much sleep as most people. Naruto narrowed his eyes and wondered why she had to sleep so many times then. Kyubi sheepishly grinned while she rubbed the back of her head, saying she was simply lazy and didn't really want to do anything. Naruto rolled his eyes before placing his elbow on the table and cheering back to the woman. I'm fine. I'm used to staying up past this. Besides, my team and I finished our mission, so I'm gonna head back to Konoha tomorrow, then get permission from Gigi to go look for my mother. My father left a note that she was alive and I'm going to find her, then bring her home with me, Naruto said as his eyes gleamed with confidence while Kyubi, the bartender, and the woman glared playfully at him. Naruto raised an eyebrow before slightly blushing in embarrassment. Well, listen to me, tell my ambitions to two strangers, Naruto said while both cackled at him. Hey kid, sometimes it's good to unload your troubles and just talk to someone. I at least doubt we're all strangers now, the bartender said as he washed a glass. Kyubi nodded with a smile, as did the woman sitting next to Naruto. Naruto nodded before the woman asked him another question. So who is your mother? Maybe someone here has seen her, she said to him. Naruto took out a note and glanced it over from Minato before putting it back. Her name is Kushina Uzumaki. My father said she's alive, Naruto responded. The woman faltered completely backwards and was about to hit the floor when Naruto grabbed her and steadied her back onto her seat. Are you okay? Naruto asked. The woman seemed to have trouble breathing and it worried Naruto, Kyubi and the bartender slightly. She turned to the blonde and placed her arm on his shoulder like she was trying to comprehend those words that he just told her. What is your name? She asked. Kyubi eyed the woman suspiciously along with the bartender while Naruto looked at her impassively. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Why? He asked her. The woman widened her eyes and suddenly started to cry. Naruto panicked and placed his hand on her shoulder. Are you okay? Did I say something wrong? Naruto asked her. The woman shook her head fast, then out of nowhere simply hugged Naruto like she was trying to squeeze him to death. Why, you're alive? How? Why? When? She asked so many questions that Naruto couldn't answer simply because they were too fast to respond and due to the lack of oxygen that should have been going into his lungs. Air lady. Air. I need air, Naruto exclaimed. The woman blushed and nodded before letting go, allowing Naruto to fully use his lungs again. Alright, now then. What happened? Naruto asked her. The woman quickly took off her cover and showed her vibrant red hair to Naruto, Kyubi, and the bartender. You're my Naruto-kun. My Sochi-kun, she yelled. Naruto widened his eyes before they both went crashing to the floor due to another hug, making Kyubi gasp along with the bartender. Ow, that hurt like hell, Databayo, Naruto said, causing the woman to smile and hug him even more. Yep, no doubt. You're my Sochi-kun Databane, she said to him. Naruto turned to her and saw tears flowing down her face. Naruto hesitantly wrapped his arms, what he hoped wasn't a dream. He softly touched her red hair while her fingers traced his blonde hair. Why, you're my Car-san? Naruto asked, tears beginning to flow from his eyes. The woman just shook her head constantly like she was telling herself and him to believe it all. Yes, I'm Kushina Uzumaki. You're my Naruto-kun. You're my Sochi-kun, Kushina said while Kyubi gave a small smile and turned to the bartender. So how much for the small liquor? I don't think those two are going to leave each other anytime soon, Kyubi said while the man laughed. He then waved it off and said it was on the house since this was a special occasion. It's not every day a mother and son reunite. Kyubi simply nodded and turned to see the two on the floor still hugging the mess out of each other. Only the small, yet distinguishable cough that came from her caused the two to stop and blush from the embarrassment. Both quickly returned to their seats while Kushina looked Naruto over. My Sochi has become a shinobi. I can't believe you're alive. They told me you died after the extraction, Kushina said while Naruto raised an eyebrow along with Kyubi. Who said that, Car-san? I've always been alive, Naruto asked her. Kushina scanned her memories for the individuals before narrowing her eyes. It was Koharu, Homura, and Danzo on the civilian council. They said you and Minato died along with Kyubi. I was so grief-stricken and left, Kushina responded. Naruto's eyes nearly went red from that information. If not for his mother's presence, he most certainly would have exploded right there. Got to have a talk with certain people and keeping secrets from me, Naruto thought with a devious smile which made Kushina wonder what he was thinking, but ignored it. She could care less about anything else right now. So Naruto-kun, how's Konoha? What's been going on? Do you have a girlfriend? What rank are you in the shinobi system? How's Woka-san, one at a time. You're talking too fast here, Naruto snickered while Kushina blushed, but still gave him another hug. Naruto returned the hug before Kushina gazed on the liquor and squeezed Naruto a little harder. Then first question is, why are you drinking alcohol in a bar this late? Kushina asked with a tick mark. Naruto gulped and decided to retort, which probably was a bad idea, but there was that whole, try and be the alpha male, thing he had going on. What about you? You shouldn't be out this late either, Ka-san. Especially since such shady people can come up on you out of nowhere and you would be down for the count, Ka-san, Naruto said, turning his gaze to the still passed out bandits. Kushina turned her head and scratched her cheek. Good point, Sochi-kun, Kushina said as she paid for her drink. Naruto did the same as Kyubi followed them out of the bar. Naruto followed Kushina around for a while with both simply enjoying the late night air. So Ka-san, where have you been staying since you left? Naruto asked her. Kushina pointed to a small building to her left and smiled. Right there, Sochi. It's kinda small, but it suited me perfectly. However, I'm gonna pack it all up. I might not be as good a sealer as your father, but I can get this done in a few hours. Sochi-kun, I'm sorry that I left you to survive on your own. I can only imagine the loneliness and hurt you must have gone through, Kushina said while Naruto gave her a simple hug and smiled. It's alright, Ka-san. I didn't like that you left, but I can forgive you. I'll put it in the past and I want you to do the same. We'll simply start here as mother and son, Naruto added. Kushina calmly nodded and gave a soft cry. Unknown to either, Kyubi simply smiled and vanished into the seal, deciding not to cause a fuss for right now. You should see it now, Ka-san. Everyone in the village doesn't call me demon now, Naruto told her. Kushina slightly flinched at that name and mentally cursed, then dared for anyone to call him that in front of her. She would send them on a one-way trip to hell with no chance of coming back. Oh, and what do they call you, Sochi-kun? Kushina asked with the key rolling off her body. Naruto gulped and tried to slightly scoot away, but Kushina didn't let him go while inching closer with a too innocent smile to be real. They call me Namikaze-sama, now, Naruto said, causing Kushina to back up and gently giggle at the name. Naruto sweet dropped and watched Kushina's hand slightly tremble while veins began to show, allowing him to see how hard of a fist she was making. Mothers are totally scary, Naruto thought. After a while, Kushina calmed down and the two had a long talk while Naruto helped Kushina pack the stuff in her house. It really helped to have Kage Bunchins to help with all the work. What would have taken Naruto and Kushina around 4 hours to do was only done in about an hour or two. All the scrolls were sealed with Kushina's things while Naruto learned some interesting things about his mother. So you're a Kenjutsu legend? Naruto asked her. Kushina nodded that she was one at the time, but she hadn't been active for a while, so it must have died down. That's right, Sochi. All the people who came at me. I cut them all down without a hint of hesitation. I was called the Red Death. All people saw was a red blur from my hair before they fell to the ground, Kushina said with that all too innocent smile that made Naruto sweat. Suddenly the blonde got an idea and gave a foxy grin while turning to his mother. Hey Ka-san, would you teach me Kenjutsu? I'm good, but I'd like to know my mother's techniques if I can, Naruto pleaded to his mother. Kushina gave a small smile at the thought of Naruto defeating enemies with her techniques, and the idea wasn't so bad. Alright, Sochi-kun. I don't mind, but be ready for me. I won't hold back just because you're my son, Kushina answered, making sure Naruto understood what she was saying. Naruto cracked his knuckles before pumping his fist in the air. Bring it on, Ka-san. I can take whatever you dish out and then some databio, Naruto replied. Kushina nodded as she looked at the clean and totally empty house. It amazed her why she didn't learn the Kage Bunshin no Jutsu before she left. It would have made life much easier for her. Well, Ka-san, I have to go. I was supposed to be back hours ago, But something interesting happened, so I'll come get you tomorrow morning, Naruto affirmed to her. Kushina nodded and gave a small yawn before going to bed, but not without giving Naruto one more hug as the blonde left. Naruto grinned all the way back to the hotel. He had never been so happy in his life, well except for Sume, Kasumi, Hana, and Kyubi. Good save Naruto-kun, Kyubi spoke, shocking Naruto. Naruto chuckled, but nodded as he entered the hotel and walked up to his room. He wasn't sure how late it was, but he had to guess that it was around 2 in the morning if not later. Naruto put his key in the lock and opened the door to see Kiba and Akamaru sleeping, but Kasumi was quite up and smiled at the sight of her blonde coming into the room. Naruto-sama, you're back. I was worried when I didn't see you anywhere, so I simply waited. Where did you go? Kasumi asked him with her tail swaying back and forth. Naruto gave a wide as hell smile on his face while he took off his clothes and stayed in nothing but his t-shirt and his boxes, which all made Kasumi blush. Sorry, Kasumi-chan, went out for a longer than intended stroll and came back with a lot more than I bargained for, Naruto mysteriously stated to her. Kasumi raised an eyebrow at what he found that was so intriguing. Naruto slipped into the bed and Kasumi followed as she wrapped her arms around Naruto's body and brought him close. Naruto shifted in the bed so that he was face to face with Kasumi and softly sent his hand through her raven black hair. Thank you, Kasumi-chan. You fought so hard for my sake. I'll train harder so that doesn't happen to you again, Naruto calmly declared to her. Kasumi smiled and touched her forehead to his. It's okay, Naruto-sama. I'd gladly fight if it meant that you would live. I love you, Naruto-sama, Kasumi confessed to him. Naruto smiled and gave her a soft kiss, which she gratefully accepted. Both soon went to sleep, ready to go home and meet an interesting guest. Next morning. It was quite early in the morning. The sky was also quite foggy, but not too much for travel back to Konoha. Ironically, Naruto woke up first and sent a Kage Bunshin to get his mother while he got dressed. Kiba and Akamaru stirred after him along with Kasumi as everyone grabbed their things and opened the door to see the others up and about also. So did everyone have a good sleep? Naruto asked them. Everyone nodded and followed Naruto downstairs into the lobby while Naruto paid for the stay. After all was said and done, they went to the front gates of the town until Naruto stopped them from leaving. What's up, Naruto? Did you forget something? Kiba asked. Everyone suddenly became curious to Naruto and narrowed their eyes on the mysterious smile he had across his face. Not something, Kiba. I forgot someone, Naruto encoded. Everyone was now more curious than before and waited for a few minutes to leave until they all saw a lone figure in the fog. Kakashi strained his eye to see, but the fog was too thick. Everyone wondered who it was until a red-haired woman came out with a sword strapped to her back and backpack with her. Kakashi, Anko, and Kurenai widened their eyes as their jaws hit the ground. How Kakashi's mask stayed on his face is anyone's guess, but the three jonin were definitely surprised. Kiba, Haku, and Kasumi still wondered who the woman was before she made her presence known to Naruto. Hey Sochi-kun, sorry I'm late. Had to unseal something special for Sarutobi, Kushina said to him. Kiba and Haku stood dumbfounded as they heard those words. Sochi-kun. Then that's Naruto's. Both paused since Naruto was about to complete their train of thought. It's alright, Ka-san. We were just about to go anyway, Naruto said before turning to everyone else. Kakashi blazed by Naruto so fast, the blonde could swear Kakashi learned the Haraishin. Kushina-san, you're alright. Where have you been? Are you returning to the village? Kakashi asked her. Naruto nearly felt jilted, but didn't really care too much about it. Kushina chuckled and patted Kakashi on the shoulder before glancing at his left pocket and tightened her grip, which was causing the copy ninja to wince from the pain. I thought I told you not to read those books, Kakashi, Kushina said while Kakashi paled. Naruto snickered at Kakashi's expense until Kasumi brought his attention to her. Naruto-sama, that's your mother? Kasumi asked. Naruto nodded with a sincere smile while Kasumi looked her over. Based on the red hair you couldn't think that the two were related, but there was something that linked her to Naruto. For Kasumi maybe it was that they smelled the same. Well, Sochi-kun, we can give introductions on the way back. Now tell me about Konoha and Sarutobi so that I can give both a proper welcome, Kushina said while cleaning her sword and keeping up her smile. Naruto paled as did Anko, Kurenai, Kakashi and Kiba. She's pissed at someone. I sure as hell hope it's not me, they all thought before Naruto brought everyone's attention to him. Alright everyone. It's time to go, so let's hurry up, Naruto said to them. Everyone agreed and quickly rushed into the trees, with Kushina looking back at the town, then gave a small smile as they all dashed into the fog, disappearing without a trace. Somewhere hidden in the plains, where the fierce battle between Konoha, Iwa, and Oto took place, there was an intense burn mark on the ground, while a shadow was hidden in the forest that had stayed there all night, remembering that incident. What did I just see? That jutsu. It can't be. I have to tell Tsuchikage-sama about this at once. That damned Namikaze family has come back to haunt us. Tsuchikage will be pleased with this result, the shadowed person said before disappearing completely. In another part of the forest was another shadow, but it wore the Kumo headband, having seen the fight also. I can't believe I got to witness one of the most powerful Kaiten jutsus in the existence. Not even your Kaiten jutsus can beat that, the person said. Hey, I resent that. I might not be as good as that, but I still pack one hell of a punch. And speaking of packing a punch, that blonde was too damn hot. I'd love to have a go at him any day, another shadowed figure said as they licked their lips. Stop being a pervert. We might as well report this to Reikage-sama. That was one interesting match, the figure said to its partner. Yeah, doesn't his body just make you wanna go at it all week long without stopping? That's not what I meant, the figure retorted. No, but that's what I meant. If we see him again, you better bag him, kitten, Reikage's orders or not. You can't let a cute kami like that get away from you. Why are you such a pervert? I find it fun to mess with you. It adds fulfillment to my dull life in here. As soon as you get some action, I'll try to stop being a pervert. Emphasis on the word, try. Ugh, what am I going to do with you? The figure said before disappearing completely from view. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.